Greetings. How is it going? This is barely lit. We give thanks. We give thanks for this beautiful day. Oh my goodness sakes. It feels so good to see the sun and to finally be on this side of wellness. What a miracle it is that our bodies can heal. Brilliant miracles. How you doing? I'm good. So, let's get into it. I was praying for the collective and asking for a message, like what's the message for the collective? Access to miracles and pure happiness. That's your portion. Don't get it twisted. And so listen to this though. The Spirit went straight biblical with it and brought me an actual address to a scripture. And it was 1 Corinthians 4:4. And so anyway, I dug out my giant study Bible and I looked at, it's Paul talking, and Paul is talking about the gist of it. And by the way, you're welcome to go study it and, see what the Spirit illuminates to you. But this is how you know it's a Spirit message, because this is so not a message that would come from me directly, because my toxic trait is judging myself. And I am definitely I constantly run the tape, think about how could I have known better? How could I have done something differently? And the whole scripture here is talking about how we are entrusted to pursuing the mystery of this wild ride. And Paul was talking about how he's like, don't judge me. And he's like, I don't even judge myself, because that's, that's ultimately God will, the score will only be revealed at the end kind of thing. And then I read some related passages, and it was talking about how, it even referenced in Revelation, talking about, it referenced Job and Revelation. So if you know anything about Bible, then that illuminates something right there. Job kept being judged by his friends, and his first wife being like, God has totally abandoned you, and you must have done something wrong, and da da da. And then in Revelation, the one that it took me to was 3:13. And that was the church that I was actually doing good, which a lot of them think they're doing good, but they are not. So this is the message though, is the message for us right here and right now is stop judging yourself. And it even what came to mind was this I Make Peace. I made a Seed, Soil, Water audio on the Ascension Spa on the sister channel to this one, Seed, Soil, Water Spa, where it's all about ascension audios. And I made one that was I make peace, I make peace with what I did, what I didn't do. I make peace with what they did, what they didn't do. And just, we are being called right now to stop trying to figure out everything in the past and why it happened, how it happened, if you should have done something differently, because we are being called. I'm seeing a monarch butterfly right now as we speak. And by the way, I've not seen any this year at all. Oh my gosh. And it landed on the window across the way, totally just showing its beauty. Oh, I feel like this is so magnificent. If I could show you, I would. But it's a beautiful orange. I think they're called monarch butterflies. And it's just totally landed there. It's just sunbathing right now, right in my view. Wow. Epic, epic. So very, oh my gosh. So right now, we are being called to turn our gaze within, trust that inner authority, trust your intuition, and realize that you were sent here to Earth School to learn things, to deal with things that your lineage had not yet been able to deal with. You gotta forgive yourself and let yourself go from 409 as I look up. That's my birthday. Let yourself go. Forgive yourself. Let yourself go for all the things that you thought you should have done or should have known, whether you were betrayed or whether you made mistakes. Forgive yourself and stop judging yourself. And this is why I was joking, this message is from the Spirit, not for me, because I'm I love to judge myself. I love to sit and hyper criticize myself so that I can figure out how to do it better, differently, do it better next time, do it differently next time. That butterfly is still there, just flapping its wing. It makes me think it must be fresh out of the cocoon right now. How beautiful is this with the new moon in Pisces, and just like this huge shift with Mars going direct after being retrograde, and all of the big eclipses that are about to happen. The season feels so vibrant and full of life. Am I right? Oh, baby steps. Okay, we're being called baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So, in conjunction with this message, we are being called to forgive ourselves of the things that happened. 522, as I looked up. Forgive yourselves for what happened before, and like for all the lessons that you had to learn. Like, we came to Earth School to pursue the mystery, to go through it, to figure our way through it. And you're being invited right now to just release all of that self-judgment and condemnation. And because if you're here right now, you're still on the journey of the pursuit of the mystery. There are people who have abandoned the pursuit of the mystery, 555. There are people who have abandoned the pursuit of the mystery, but you are not one of them, and you are still on track. And what I'm being reminded of is that, like, all of these things have appeared to lead to nowhere. All of these things could have just been like random lessons that didn't appear to yield any fruit. But what we know with quantum physics, and what we know with the miracle that is the mystery, is that there comes a point when everything can miraculously be woven together by the Spirit and totally shift your life, turn everything like right side up that was upside down. And so I'm inviting you to forgive yourself, stop judging yourself, leave it up to the great powers that be, the Most High, to settle the score for you versus you, and also you versus everybody. And what else? What's the next message? So yeah, just once again, if you're into studying scripture, it was 1 Corinthians 4:4, Revelations 3:13, which was a weird one, because by the way, that one was just like, for those who have ears to hear, let them hear it, you know, which was, I was like, why did they pick that one? But I read around it, okay? And then Job, I don't remember the Job 9:2. Job 9:2. So, water the seeds. Okay, water the seeds that you have planted, okay? And I ask right now that the Spirit of Revelation would illuminate what this means for you. So there are seeds that you've been planting along the way, and it may feel like they have, like, you've forgotten about them, or that they're abandoned, and you're being invited to water them, okay? Because as you water them, it is going to bring about the fulfillment of gifts. Hold on. Like, watering the seeds that you've planted it will fulfill the gifts that you have. Like, it's going to grow the gifts that you have, but also by growing the gifts that you have, it's going to fulfill gifts for other people. Like, there are people that are waiting for you, for your gifts and talents, like for you to be your divine self in divine identity, and to be yourself. Like, as you be yourself, it is going to impact positively like other people, and there's a ripple effect through the collective that is going to happen, okay? Remember to keep pursuing that healing. Do you purge? Do you not purge like eating disorder? Purge like, and sorry, trigger warning, but purge like, do you do the inner work of uprooting from your subconscious? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? If not, definitely subscribe. Save a video to your playlist. Don't depend on robots to deliver my messages to you. They're coming every week. They should be 3 a week. Fridays are like podcast chill mode, like just the audio. Imagine like ready to like chill out and just listen to helpful content. I'm teaching about a lot of this stuff, the principles of it, on the Friday podcast. Then there's the Ascension channel, the Seed, Soil, Water, Spa, where you can actually get into the experiences that help walk you through making peace, uprooting the weeds out of the subconscious mind. And if you need additional support, email me directly and we'll figure out what's the best way. But third eye, having that third eye activation and knowing how to utilize it for the manifestation of your divine identity here and now is going to be super helpful and critical and crucial for this next part of the path. And you have the grace upon grace upon grace upon grace, and it is sufficient to carry us all the way through here. And so anyway, I'm going to close here, I believe. I just want to also invite you, if you have not already signed up for my emailing list, there's free weekly workshops that I release. And so click the link below, add your email to my list, and it will not only keep us in touch in case anything ever happens with this platform, but it also, I'll be able to send you free goodies this way. Last thing I was going to say is this. When I was really going through it, guys, which, by the way, I wrote a book called Through It, Unveiling the Conqueror Within. I need to read it again. It's been a while. My life proceeded to blow up even further quickly thereafter I published it. And there's definitely like a sequel coming. I don't know if I'm going to do a separate book or if I'm going to rewrite the first one or what. My mentor said that I should not rewrite the first one and that it serves a purpose for where it was. But my point is this. When I was really going through it, like the next time, I swore up and down that I was not going to come on here and tell people that there was a plan and that there was a way and that you have backup and that things were working out for you. So much of the preloaded revelation and the preloaded content that I'd been given through the Spirit and through the Word and through just my relationship with the Spirit, I was peeved and I was not having it. And I remember being like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not going to go and tell people in their lowest lows that like everything's going to be okay. And yet here I am. Everything is going to be okay. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know. You probably signed up for it ahead of time and you had to walk through it in order to resolve things, to transmute, in order to learn, in order to know. Like, I remember when the Spirit led me through showing me how bunk the organized religion was. And I remember Spirit being like, I hate that I have to show you it like this, but like, you gotta know. Paul was that person, by the way. You have to think about it. Paul was the one that was being judged by the organized religion because of what he knew about Yeshua. Yeshua was like, because of what he knew about the truth. The truth has been kept from us, but the truth will surely set you free. That's what we're doing here. Sign up for my email thing and subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment. Be blessed, be well, be free. I will catch you on the next one.